People like to say that two cars look exactly the same, even when they really don't. I saw a comment on a video of the new Toyota GR-GT that said, "It looks like a ripoff of the Dodge Charger." No, it doesn't. If you're going to compare it to a Dodge, the Viper would be a much better option. And even then, the only similarities are the proportions, and that's just what front-engine GT cars look like. Thankfully, all of the replies disagreed, otherwise my faith in car enthusiasts would have been lost.
What the fuck?
Alright, that's it. There goes all my faith. Anyways, I can understand where the commenter was coming from. I think the headlights in the upper grille paired with the lower grille is on both cars, but it's not like every car with a similar grille setup looks the same. The taillights on both are also kind of similar, but I mean hardly. Light bars are super common in cars these days anyways. While that guy had a questionable take, cars that look similar aren't a myth. In fact, they're all around us. There's two specific cars that look so similar I find myself mistaking them for each other all the time. And that's coming from a longtime car enthusiast and Audi fan. Why does it matter that I'm an Audi fan? Because the two cars are the 11th gen Honda Accord and the C8 Audi A7. Both cars are large sportback sedans of similar size, but that alone isn't what makes them look alike. The real similarity is in details like the taillights. A full-width lighting setup with large housings on either side. And if you look at the ends, both cars' taillights fade downwards, giving them an overall similar shape. The taillights paired with the proportions, size, and other features make these two cars look very similar in a lot of ways. Okay, I was exaggerating a little bit. I don't really mistake them for each other that often, but on occasion it's happened. And the A7 is undeniably sportier, more aggressive, luxurious, so, you know, love the A7. And the Accord. I like them both. I love all cars. I take it back. I love most cars. Now, I've got a bit of a sob story. But not that kind, a sob story. As in, the hit Swedish aircraft manufacturer turned car company. For a little bit, until they stopped doing that to focus on aircraft again. But anyways, Saab made a variety of cars. One of them in particular, the Saab 92X, looks just like the Subaru Impreza. Why is that? Well, because it is a Subaru Impreza. Saab's parent company back in the day, General Motors, had a deal with Subaru, so they were like, Saab, instead of making a whole new car, just rebadge the Impreza. Nobody's gonna know. We're not gonna tell anybody. Everybody's gonna think it's a brand new car. And that's what they did. But I knew. I knew what they did. You can't hide from me, General Motors. They hardly changed anything looks-wise. Even the grille has the same general shape. Subaru's got their second-hand Bugatti grille with these side grille things, and Saab has their Saab-shaped grille. The McLaren F1 was McLaren's first true road car after a long history of racing. From my experience, it's one of the most common cars cited as the best-looking car ever. Fair enough, it does look amazing, but then it went downhill. Its successor, the P1, looked atrocious. God. This is like my fifth take of this part. I had this whole thing where I was gonna say the P1 is like, looks terrible. I just can't do it. I can't slander it like that. So even though the P1 looks really good too, the F1's design philosophy was lost a little bit, simply because it was kind of outdated. Gordon Murray saw that and decided they wanted to bring it back anyways. The Gordon Murray S1 LM is the spiritual successor to the F1 LM. It looks very similar, just modernized. Actually, this would have been a great example of a retro modern car for my retromodernism video. The S1 LM is based on the Gordon Murray T50, but its design has changed quite a bit to resemble the F1, and I think they did a pretty good job. But the S1 LM is supposed to look like the F1. They look the same on purpose, same with the Saab and Subaru. So then what about when two cars look similar but not on purpose? For example, the Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren and the Peugeot 907 concept. I know, sounds crazy, a Mercedes-McLaren collaboration car looks similar to a Peugeot? Well, yeah, because this Peugeot is a supercar concept meant to compete with cars like the SLR. The two are from about the same time. The SLR is from 2003 to 2010, and the 907 concept is from 2004. So honestly, it does seem a little bit suspicious that they look so similar. Since the SLR came out before the 907 was revealed, any way you put it, the SLR is completely original. But you could say that the 907 is strongly inspired by the SLR design-wise. As far as I know, there's no proof of that, but hey, I can think whatever I want. What are they gonna do, sue me, right? They're not gonna sue me, right? Wait, they're not. Both cars have this interesting nose-like element on the hood that overlaps the grille, which isn't common at all. And they also both have the same general proportions and side profile. Their proportions, paired with things like the nose, mirrors, windows, even the exhaust pipes coming from the side, make these cars look very similar. The SLR is about 10 inches longer than the 907, which is actually a pretty big difference. So if you thought it was somehow a rebadge, it's not. The last comparison in this video I want to make is between the Tesla Cybertruck and the 10-yard roll-off dumpster. Like, because it looks like a dumpster. Get it?